Hello everyone, welcome to the Canadian Edge. Time for another knife review. Today we're going to be looking at the Benchmade Osborne 940, and these are probably one of the most popular knives that Benchmade makes. Lots of people like them for the looks, the fidget factor, just there's a lot to like about these knives, and they are, as I say, one of the most popular knives that Benchmade does sell. So let's get into it and look at what the 940 has to offer. It has a blade length of 3.4 inches. Open, it's 7.87 inches. And closed, we got 4.47 inches. The steel on it is S30V. It is the reverse tanto blade on it. And I really like the style of the blade. I think it looks pretty sharp. I've always liked that style. And it's just a good looking blade. The weight of it is 2.9 ounces. And the handle is 6061 T6 aluminum. So nice light handle, and then it does have a purple titanium spacer. This knife is on loan from a friend of mine, and he uses this knife quite a bit. So the purple is fading a little bit on there. But yeah, they got the nice titanium spacer and then a little bit of an open spine at the back there with some jimping. The pocket clip is reversible, deep, mostly a deep carry, but you can do that either right-handed or left-handed so that it does become an ambidextrous knife. I'm just not very good at opening knives with my left hand. So, and it is a tip-up carry as well, which is becoming the popular thing with knives today. And you can see that it lines up quite well down the middle also. And it does have the axis lock, which Benchmade is famous for. And it's just a little barrel system that you pull back and it releases the blade so that it can fall down, and you can use it for opening as well as closing the blade. So it does give you that option, or it does have the dual thumb stud so that you can open it with the dual thumb stud as well. And there is a bit of jimping down here for a grip, and as I say, jimping on the back for your thumb to grip as well. So what do I like about these knives? I've just really liked, especially the aesthetics of the knife. I think they're just a smooth looking knife, very, very sleek looking, especially you can get the colors. This one's green, they have the black, different variations you can get. You got the great steel, the S30V steel, which is it holds an edge for a long time, and it's a good solid steel, well proven to last. The ergonomics of the knife are quite good. You can see it does have a slight curve to it, which gives you that leverage when you're using it for slicing, and it fits the hand really nicely. Good comfortable knife to hang on to. They did a good job, and the pocket clip doesn't interfere with your grip very much, so that's a nice thing. It fits into the hand well. The jimping gives you that grip for your thumb at the back there, so it makes it comfortable and ergonomical. It's great in the pocket because it is a slim design. You can see thin knife and thin this way. There's not a lot to grab when it's in your pocket, and they made the pocket clip so that the screws aren't grabbing at your pocket, which is nice as well. So it fits the pocket really well. And then they have a really smooth pivot system on them. They work very nicely. As you can see, it takes nothing to open it and close it as well. The blade just falls closed with the axis lock. So that's a nice feature on these knives. And they do have the trademark butterfly on that side, and on this side you can see they have, oh, my knife doesn't focus very, or my camera doesn't focus very well. They have Osborne and S30V up at the top there. And also, close that, they do have Benchmade on the pocket clip. So size-wise, how does this thing, oh, one of the dislikes. One of the dislikes I find is that the handle is very smooth, and I think if your hand was wet, it could prove to be slippery. So that's one of the downsides of the polished aluminum handles. And I don't know, I think they could come up with nicer pivot screws on these just to make them look a little nicer. I think Benchmade kind of scrimps on their pivot screws. Just my personal thought. It would look a lot nicer when you see some of the other knives that you get for less money that come out with better looking pivot screws. So just a little thing, just my personal opinion. But anyway, we were going to look at size on these things. So they are a bit bigger knife. Here's the mini Osborne, and love the colors on this one. So you can see it is a fair bit smaller, not so much in the handle, but in the blade definitely. You got at least an inch, maybe more with the blade. The mini Griptilian, again, it's got a lot less blade than what the Osborne does, but it's a bulkier knife than the Osborne. And for those of you who are familiar, the Ontario Rat. So your handle is about the same, but you're still getting a little extra blade. That's the Rat 2, by the way, not the Rat 1. And you're getting a little extra blade with the Osborne. So I'll put these guys away. And we'll test the sharpness. Now, as I said, this is a friend's knife. He's used it quite a bit. I don't know when the last time it was sharpened, if it was sharpened. So we'll see just what it's got for edge retention here. It seems to be somewhat sharp anyway. It's cutting paper. And it could probably use a little bit of sharpening, maybe. We'll test that out on the old zap strap. Zip tie, see how that goes. And it goes through there fairly easy. How about through the nylon cord? Yep, goes through that quite easy. And yes, goes through that fairly easy. So you can see it does retain a sharp blade. And these are just great knives for fidgeting. A lot of guys get them just because of the fidget factor, and they are a quality knife. If you want a knife that's going to last you, these knives will last. They're a good looking knife, especially the new mini that they have out, a little less intimidating than this one if you're to pull it out of your pocket in a crowd. But they're really nice knives. I really can't complain about them. I love the swedge up here, the reverse tanto blade. You got a bit of a swell in the belly here. These knives are very good knives for lots of different jobs that you can do with them. And so yeah, if you're looking at investing in a little more expensive knives, they aren't exactly budget knives, but they are a good quality knife that'll last you a long time, unless you're very abusive to your knives. But under normal use, these will last a long time. So that is the Benchmade Osborne 940. Check them out if you haven't already, if you're not familiar with them. And if you are, you know what I'm talking about. And you probably even own one. So Benchmade 940 Osborne. Thank you for joining me on the review today. Leave a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. I'll be doing another review in a few days, but until then, you stay safe and stay sharp.